oldest street in North America, one of the oldest streets in North America. Water Street, St. John's. The Borrowing Centre, one of the older establishments here in town, going back over 100 years, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 200 years, fair part 200 years. Big changes there from when I first came to St. John's back in the mid-80s. There was a fancy store and everything, and closed down shortly after I moved there, actually. And here's Atlantic Place, guys, where I just came from there a few moments ago. I made my other video right on the back there. And again, now see, getting the evening light here now, the evening shadows and so on that, and it's not bad, but it would have been much better if I'd gotten on earlier in the day and got this out of the way, sort of thing. Yeah. So I was debating on whether I should go up and down each laneway there, guys, and see some of the old architecture along here. Watch out for the traffic as well. Scotia Centre, Scotia Bank. Are the main branches here in St. John's, if not the main branch. So they got a Good Life Fitness there at Atlantic Place. I think it's one of their main businesses there now. Up along here, you see. And don't take notice of some of those signs there, guys, because some of those businesses aren't even operating there now. Booster Juice up there, it's not even, they're not even open now. Closed down. Don't want to get caught. Well, good, okay. Yeah, so I was debating on whether to do some of the laneways as I was going up Water Street here, up and down each laneway, and that would probably take up Water Street Market, Lagoons Travel, CIBC Bank, different establishments there, Atlantic Place. That building's been there now for as long as I've been here anyway, past 30 odd years. I think it's been there 40, 50 odd years there, guys. And I saw the original plans for that place actually in a newspaper article, I think online or something. And originally when they had the idea of doing this place, it was going to be 2 or 3 or 4 more stories higher than it actually is now, sort of thing. They had different plans for it back then. RBC Bank down here, Outfitters, I think this is a Chinese banking institution here, this one, guys, if I'm not mistaken, HSBC, I'm not 100% sure now. And one of the steps in. How interesting. I forget, well, I'm not used to it, you guys. I find all this very interesting, what they've got done with the little outlet things there, whatever you call these things. And that was all hopping there. And this is a Japanese restaurant. Actually says Japanese restaurant up there. Sushi Island. See, little laneways like this, guys. I wanted to get this in as well, but now I think if I were to go up and down each laneway, might take up a little bit too much time. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to stay on the go now for another few months there, guys. Here's Grapevine, another establishment here in town. Probably should be out on the street, so a bit better. Like I said, I'm not going to get every last one of them. Missing all those on the opposite side of the street. The architecture, and the old architecture, and most of this architecture, guys, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't go back much more than 100, 150 odd years, because when they had the last big fire here in St. John's, which I think took down a good chunk of downtown St. John's back in the mid 1800s, all the old buildings that existed down here prior to that were all destroyed. So everything you see here now is stuff that was built from about roughly the mid 1800s onward, if I'm not mistaken. Now again, anybody can Google any of this stuff online about the history of St. John's and so on and get more accurate information. And this building always fascinates me because it's like a big old grand old castle or whatever, and this is our Supreme Courthouse. You saw at the back end of it from Duckworth Street. My walking toward Docker Street. This is the front end. So here we go. And our buses, microbus. We got our own public transit system here, of course. For someone like myself, guys, who doesn't have his own transportation and so on, that it's actually I can't afford the cabs. It costs a small fortune to get the cabs around. It's a godsend really to get back and forth and so on that. And St. John's is large enough that you almost need something like that if you want to beat around from one end of it to the other. And unless you're in a downtown core like this, you can cover the downtown core within an hour and a half, a couple hours, I suppose. You can do Water Street alone in about 20 odd minutes. I'm halfway up it already. So Mary Jane's, not sure what that is. I'm not sure what it is. There's something on the store there, guys. Aaron's Pub, another old establishment. It's been on the go here in Water Street for as long as I've been here. Actually, they're not on the go with it for sale. Sorry, wrong again. So much stuff is always changing down here all the time, guys. It's hard to keep up on it. Businesses open up. See, here we go. Right there, let's see. 1893, that building was built. So, yeah. Most of it, like I said, went up around the mid-1800s after the last great fire here in St. John's. But still, I mean, it still gives some like the old European character and flair to the place sort of thing as well. Alright, sorry if my camera's all over the place here, guys, when I'm doing this. I don't know which is the better side to be walking. Either or, so it's going to be about the same. Luxury Outfitters, always vogue. That's always vogue. That's a Newfoundland run, I believe. Clothing chain's been on the go here for quite some time, for as long as I've been here in St. John's anyway. Oliver's Restaurant, fine dining establishment, I think.
I guess, probably. Yeah.
And this is a, I think this is a motel now, guys. It used to be a, I think it used to be a clothing store or something, and maybe a bar and restaurant at one point, but now the whole building is converted into, or is it this one? No, this one here, I believe. And just again, like the different architecture and so on. This building here, guys, a little bit of history, personal history here. This building here, when I first came to St. John's, that was a gay bar. I should have went back there and give you a bit of a look of it. And one of the best gay bars here in St. John's since I've been here anyway. Now it's some kind of a boutique selling glassware and all that sort of stuff, pottery, dishes. Unicorn Studio. Da-da-dee-da. A handful of high rises here in St. John's, but not a big